Morning everyone, welcome to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to working at the shop and my shop dog Stella. I just gave her a little pat on the popo. What are we doing today? I gotta let you guys in on a little secret here. If you own or know of somebody who owns a first generation 1988 through 2001 Honda CRV, they're great vehicles, but they develop a leak. It can be either on the driver's side and or the passenger side, and there's three places to check. And I'm going to run through those, and this may solve your wet carpet, your mold problems, stinky mess. There's three things you can check, and I'll list them in order as far as what I think is easy. I'm going to turn the light on here. Okay, I got the light on. Down here on the passenger area compartment, you can see there's an air conditioning drain. That's this tube right here. I'm touching this tube. If that gets clogged, that's where the frost comes out of your air conditioner that drains the HVAC through here. It'll back up and it'll get the carpets wet. Now we've got wet carpets, but let's see if you can tell. See the back of the mat's all shiny, and if you look here, see the water? It's pretty common. This thing's been leaking for a while. I think I just figured it out. So that's number one, is you check your AC drain. That's number one. Number two is you've got a rain drain under the cowl, which is under this plastic. You'll see the window sheds water down, and it's supposed to go out a drain and drain out through the fender. If that doesn't happen, this fills up and it will come into the car. I don't think that's our problem. This is the problem. Follow me. You need a little step stool, and you need to go up on the roof. Make sure that that's secure. And if you have a roof rack, or even if you don't, you have this roof rail, you have these little plastic things that fit in there. You need to pop this out and look down in here and look really close. You see the seam sealer right through here, and see the cracks in that? Try to focus in on that. I think that's my leak. It's not so bad up here under the first rack thing, but what happens is the roof sheds water to these indentations where these plastic trim pieces are, and it acts like a gutter system, and it's supposed to let water, you know, go down, across the window, whatever. But if it's seeping into the car, then it's running down the inside of your A-pillars, you don't know it, and it's going right down onto the floor. So you need to take some RTV clear sealer and either re-seam seal this, grind it out, clean it out. I took a toothbrush and some glass cleaner and some paper towels, and I got these really clean because this collects a lot of dirt and mud and debris and yuck. And I'm going to fill this, or at least get this really good and clean, and then fill it up with some RTV sealer, see if that fixes my leak. I'm pretty sure this is it. It took me a while to figure this out. So there you go. You can try to seal up, you know, other holes and things, but that doesn't really work because water can still get down in there, and none of this helped. So try that. I think that might work. I haven't seen anybody else on YouTube address this like this, so I'm going to try this out, and we're going to let you know. These are great cars, but you got to keep them from molding, otherwise you're going to be it's just nasty. So good luck with your project. Let me know how it works out in the comments. We'll see you later. Hopefully you found this tip helpful. Well, okay, Two-Stroke Turbo fans, thanks for hanging around. If you made it to the end of the video there on how to fix your CRV leaks, I'm going to reward you by showing you exactly how to do it. Just testing you to see if you'd make it through the end of the video. Let's start with the air conditioning drain. I think I showed you the air conditioning drain is at the bottom of the glove box on the passenger side, and it's this tube right here drains all the ice and water out of your air conditioning system. It goes through the firewall, so we're going to go on the motor side, and I'm going to show you exactly where that is in case the tip of it gets clogged. I'm going to use my screwdriver as a poker right down here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to show you. I can't get my camera. There is a little tiny 90-degree, right there. See that? Where the tip of my screwdriver is? That's where it comes out. Sometimes it's easier to get to the bottom. You can palpitate that. Sometimes leaves get caught in that. It's designed to keep water from coming up into the box. That's where you'll squeeze that little hose that kind of comes down. You can see a little better now. So that's number one. If that gets plugged, it will back up and flood your interior. Number two is the cowling, which I showed you. We're gonna get our light in there. That's where the fan takes in air. See, it's pretty dry in there. I'm not too concerned. The holes in the fenders for the drains are like, they're massive. They're like mason jar lids, 3 or 4 inches. There's one here and there's one on that side. If you have a lot of leaf impactment, it's possible those get plugged, but not the case usually. So let's move up to the roof. This is indeed where I believe it is causing the leak. And the reason I know that is because the windshield is brand new. We put a new seal in it. And these guides, these trim pieces fit underneath the rack, kind of plug in like that. You can see where it goes and it snaps down. The little clip is missing, but the seam sealer cracks right there and the water runs down in through the A-pillar. It runs down the A-pillar on the inside where you can't see it, down the inside of the, where the hinges are, behind the computer. Got this pulled out and you can see the water line. So it leaks, it fills up this cavity of the frame and then leaks over to the carpet. And it starts there and then it wicks its way all the way back. And I know that because this is a low point. It's higher here, it's dry here, but wet starting about here. So the water is leaking out of that frame rail or the body, the monocoque of the body, and it's kind of coming out here and then it's running back and forth when you drive. And that can get your car very, very wet and moldy. It's exasperated if you park curbside. So let's say you're parking on a street where the slope of the road is like this. All that water, and especially if this is down, this corner's down, you're basically taking the rain runoff of the whole roof and you're funneling it into here, and it's just going down and it's filling up your floorboard. And that's exactly what's been happening with this car. So I'm going to dry that out with a hair dryer or some type of heat gun, and then I'm going to water test it. That's the best thing to do, is put a hose on the roof and try to recreate the exact scenario. So jack it up, make it work, fix your leak, smell fresh, all good things. Thanks for watching. There won't be any more extensions of this video. We'll see you later. You guys are the best.